Today on Inquirer, persons of higher ranking than suspended Bucor Director General Bantag may be named masterminds in Percy Lapid slay, according to Mabasa family lawyer. Unemployment rate in the Philippines down to 5% in September as schools open. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. commemorates the uncounted dead due to Yolanda and questions the official death count. And President Marcos Jr. says NDRRMC to be placed under the office of the President in the near future. Good evening. Persons that have a higher ranking than suspended Bureau of Corrections Director General Gerald Bantag can still be named as masterminds in the Percy Lapid Mabasa slay, according to the Mabasa family. Jean Mangaluz has the report live. Jean?
Thank you, Neil. According to the Mabasa family lawyer, persons with higher ranking than suspended Bucor head Gerald Bantag can still surface as masterminds in the killing of journalist Percy Lapid. In an interview with an online news outlet, lawyer Danilo Pelagio said that they're not discounting anyone, and someone higher than Bantag can still be involved in the killing. Roy Mabasa, Lapid's brother, previously said that he thought former President Rodrigo Duterte should also be a person of interest in the case, as Duterte has heavily been criticized by Lapid in the past. However, Justice Secretary Remulla said that investigation is far from Duterte. Senator Bato de la Rosa also rejected this notion, saying that the investigation points to Bantag and not Duterte. Bantag, who is an appointee of Duterte, is currently facing murder raps over Lapid's killing. He has previously stated that he would rather die than go to prison. That's it from me, Neil. Back to you.
Jean, so the filing of complaint against Director General Bantag and several others happened yesterday. And we were even able to speak with Roy Mabasa, the brother of Percy Lapid, about this. So have we heard anything from Director General Bantag ever since?
Well, Neil, Bantag has actually made himself very scarce even before charges were filed. He's only appeared in a few interviews with select news stations. We've yet to hear from him since the charges were filed. And Justice Secretary Remulla has since urged him to surrender, saying that if Bantag was not guilty, the law will see him through.
Now, Jean, on the part of the DOJ, where does it go from here? Because a complaint has been filed before them in relation to this case. So the question now of the public is, what's next?
Well, Neil, with all of the twists and turns this case has taken, it's become very hard to tell exactly what's next. But however, earlier today, Remulla also said that the Department of Justice is still awaiting the report from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, as they're still tracing the kill fee deposited into the surrendered gunman Joel Escorial's account. He said that now that charges have been filed, it should be easier for the AMLAC to trace the money.
Okay, thanks, Jean. That's Gina Mangaluza reporting live. The unemployment rate in the Philippines decreased to 5%, according to data from the Labor Force survey done in September. The jobless rate declined to 5% from 5.3% in August, partly due to the start of the academic year that led to many working-age Filipinos to opt out of the job market and go to school. In a briefing, a national statistician, Dennis Mapa, said the number of Filipinos of employment age and were actively looking for a job but failed to get hired decreased by 183,000 to 2.5 million from 2.68 million in August. In September, there were 50.08 million working-age Filipinos who do have jobs or were looking for jobs. This number is 470,000 less than the 50.55 million participants in the labor force recorded in August. Mapa said that among those who sat out, 41% said that they were going back to school, and 30% said that they had to attend to household or family responsibilities. He added that the unemployment rates in the last 3 survey rounds brings us closer to the pre-pandemic full-year average of 5.1%. Still, the average unemployment rate so far this year was 5.8%. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. remembered today the uncounted dead due to Super Typhoon Yolanda. Daphne Galvez gives us the details on this story. Daphne?
Neil, on the 9th-year anniversary of the onslaught of Typhoon Yolanda, President Bongbong Marcos commemorated what he called the uncounted deaths from the tragedy. During the commemoration of Yolanda in Tacloban City, Marcos said he believes there are thousands of deaths unaccounted for from the disaster. He said he has been questioning the official death toll of over 6,000 individuals from the typhoon, saying the count back then was stopped. Super Typhoon Yolanda is considered the deadliest typhoon to have hit the country in history. It battered parts of the Philippines on November 8, 2013, claiming over 6,000 lives, injuring more than 30,000 people, and affecting more than 3 million families. Marcos also bared plans to place the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council under the supervision of the Office of the President. This, he said, will further streamline the country's national disaster response. The President on Tuesday also visited Antique and Leyte to distribute various government aid, especially after another tropical storm, Paeng, battered the country. In Antique, he said he wants immediate rehabilitation of infrastructure's damage due to Paeng to ensure unhampered delivery of goods and services. He also emphasized the importance of preemptive evacuations, saying local government units must find a way to convince their constituents to leave their homes in times of disasters. He said those who refuse to evacuate are not simply stubborn, and they cannot be blamed for not wanting to leave their houses. After his visit to Visayas, Marcos flew back to Luzon to lead the acceptance, turnover, and blessing ceremony of the ground air defense systems and C-295 medium-lift aircraft in Pampanga. He batted for the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines, saying this will prepare the country for eventualities. Back to you, Neil.
Thanks, Daphne. That's Daphne Galvez reporting live. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority announced today operating hours of malls in Metro Manila will be adjusted starting November 14 in apparent anticipation of the upcoming Christmas holiday rush. In a statement, MMDA Acting Chairman Romando Artes said the new operating hours of malls will be from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. starting Monday next week as part of preparations to manage the expected heavier traffic during the Christmas season. The holding of Grand Mall sales will also be limited during weekends, while mall purchase deliveries will only be allowed from 11 p.m. to 5 p.m., except when deliveries involve perishable goods, restaurants serving breakfast, and groceries. The MMDA official further said it is possible to lift the mall hour restrictions earlier than January 6, 2023, depending on the traffic situation after Christmas. Alamin naman natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Ervin Santiago ng Bandera. Ervin?
Hi Neil at sa lahat ng mga kabandera chika natin all over the universe, ito na nga ang latest bandera chika. Basag na basag ang isang golden basher sa kapuso actress na si Heart Evangelista matapos siyang okrayin ito. Sa isang Instagram post ay makikita nga ang pagmi-mix and match ng fashion icon sa mga sosyali niyang damit para sa kanyang pasabog na OOTD. Nilagyan pa nga niya ito ng caption na, Season 3 na, Get Ready With Me. Maraming nag-like at nagkomento ng positibo sa post ni Heart pero may isang ang netizen ang nang-okray sa kanyang itsura at sinabihan pa siyang mukhang butiki. Hindi naman ito basta-basta pinalampas ni Heart at talagang bumanat din siya ng major restback laban sa laiterang hater. Say ni Heart, nag-effort daw talaga siya para magmukhang butiki, hindi tulad ng basher na walang kahirap-hirap ang pagiging mukhang butiki. Banat pa ng aktres, OMG, I really tried to look like that. Buti ka pa effortless. Muli namang nagkomento ang netizen at tila nahimasmasan naging banat niya kay Heart. Paghuhugas kamay nito, wala naman daw siyang masamang ibig sabihin sa kanyang post. Hindi na siya nireplyan ni Heart pero kinuyog naman siya ng IG followers ng aktres. Nakauwi na si Heart sa Pilipinas matapos rumampa ng ilang linggo sa Paris, France. Pero hanggang ngayon ay deadma pa rin siya sa chikang naghiwalay na sila ni Senator Cheese Escudero. Nang makabalik ng bansa si Heart mula sa Paris ay nag-share nga siya sa kanyang Instagram page ng isang Get Ready With Me video at nag-dialogue pa ng I am back with a vengeance. Welcome to the season 3 of my life. Last September 2 naman ay inamin ni Hart na meron talaga siyang pinagdaraan ng personal struggles. Pero hindi niya na idinatalye kung ito nga ang tungkol sa paghiwalay nila ni Cheese Escudero. At yan ang Bandera Chika natin today. Thanks, Neil!
Maraming salamat, Irvin. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.